Hey guys, Cece back with a new video, and this video is going to be on my top 5 makeup palettes of the moment. Now these are drugstore as well as higher end palettes, so there's a range of prices in here. I just really think these are amazing palettes for any skin tone, the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark. You can all wear these palettes and live peacefully and in harmony, because these palettes are absolutely gorgeous and the quality is amazing, and I have just been obsessing over them as of late. So if you guys want to see my top 5 palettes, or my current top 5 palettes, then definitely stay tuned for the video. Alright you guys, so the first palette that I have to show you is one that I just recently did a makeup tutorial with, and this is the Naked 2 palette. This has always been a favorite of mine, but when you have a lot of makeup, you tend to, it seems like you tend to work in phases. You'll like start loving a palette for 1 minute, then you'll get something else and throw the palette on the back burner and forget that you have it. So that's kind of what happens with me and this Naked 2 palette, but every time I come back to it, I just remember why I bought it and why I love it. The colors are so amazing. I mean, oh, it's just such great quality, and the colors are really good. You can do a smoky look, daytime look, nighttime look, whatever you want to do with this palette. It has the most amazing black in it. Anytime I ever need a really black, this is the palette that I go to, because Blackout by Urban Decay is like the shiznit. But other than that, this palette is just amazing all around. I love it, and if you haven't seen my makeup tutorial, definitely check it out, because you will see why I love it and how great the colors are. Next, we're going to go to a slightly lower price point, and this is the Anastasia Lavish palette. Now, these palettes, I hate to mention this because this palette's limited edition. Anastasia comes out with these palettes every few months or so, and they're all limited edition. It seems like you can't get the one before when the next one comes out, but this is the Lavish palette, and I think this is one of the first. This was like the second or third one maybe, but this one is super gorgeous. I have really never put this down. Like, this shade Sienna is so pretty, and Anastasia's shadows are just amazing. Like, all of them are just amazing. I don't have any of her single shadows. I tend to stick with the palettes, but her shadow quality is amazing. There's not a lot of fallout, and the colors in this palette are just gorgeous. So this palette is gorgeous. It was like $30, so really great deal, and Anastasia just keeps improving, so I love this palette. The next palette that I wanted to show you guys is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I believe I did a tutorial on this with this palette a while back, but this palette is super gorgeous. This is like, and it still smells like chocolate. Oh, but this palette, Too Faced, never seems to disappoint. Like, this is my favorite out of the this one and the Semi-Sweet palette. I did an entire review on both of them. If you want to see that, I'll link it. But this palette was my favorite out of the two, just because of the color range. I didn't feel like the quality was as good in the second one. Maybe that's just me. A lot of people said differently, but I just didn't feel like the quality was there like it was with this one. And I mean, there's just such an array of colors. There's shimmery shades, matte shades, deep shades, light shades. The only thing this palette was missing was a black, but so easy because I have plenty of blacks. But the palette is amazing. Too Faced is amazing, and they're coming out with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Bonbons palette or something, so I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up when it comes out. But this by far is my favorite chocolate bar palette. Next, I have another affordable palette. This one is the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild. Every time the weather changes, I become absolutely obsessed with this palette. Like, absolutely obsessed. And you guys wanted me to do a tutorial with this. I wore this in my October favorites video, I think. So I'm still going to get a tutorial out with this. I just haven't had a chance, but this palette is so gorgeous. Just with the greens and the browns, it just screams fall, and I have been in love with this palette for years and years and years now. And you guys know Wet n Wild is my shit, and it's like $4.99 for 8 of these amazing colors. I know I didn't swatch any of the other palettes, but I want you guys to see what $4.99 gets you. Like, right there. Wet n Wild, I don't know what they're doing at that Wet n Wild lab, but look at that. Yes. Like, yes, girl. go out and get this palette. The last palette that I want to show you guys is a newer palette that I have, but I've been obsessing over it, and I have it where I'm wearing it on my eyes today. But this is the Morphe 35O palette. Now, if you guys know anything about this palette, then you know that the minute it comes back in stock, it sells out. So I was like on it one day. It came back in stock. I forgot when it was, but I was like, you know what? I gotta hurry up and get on it and get this palette. As soon as I saw it come back in stock on Instagram, I was at the website and ordering my palette. But this is how it looks. This is another palette that just screams fall with all the pretty oranges and browns it has in it. The only color this palette is missing is a black. I feel like you need a black in pretty much every palette, but again, it's very easy to grab another shade of black from any other palette if you want. But this, let's just look at the colors. Can we just have a moment of silence, please? Thank you. So this palette, first off, the oranges. Look at those colors. Like, they make beautiful crease colors. I used this color in the crease today along with one of the other browns, but this orange was just so pretty, and the colors are so buttery. They're so soft. Like, if you guys know anything about Morphe, you know their single shadows are like $2 and some change. So if they're the same quality as this, I'm like kicking myself that I haven't gotten any yet. Like, I'm really upset about it. But look at that. All I did was touch it very, very lightly. And this palette was $22.99, I believe, from Morphe's website. Woo! All I did was touch it. So pretty. But yeah, $22.99 from Morphe's website. So you can always find discount codes for it. But yeah, I am in love with this as everybody else. Like, at first I was like, I don't see what the hype is about this palette, but now I do. It is absolutely beautiful. So if you can get your hands on this, definitely get your hands on this. Alright, you guys, those were my top 5 current favorite palettes of the moment right now. I really have been enjoying my eyeshadow palettes. I've been definitely trying to pull different ones out and use them in videos and just in regular life when I'm not filming. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow me on all of my social media: Snapchat, Instagram, MyFitnessPal, because I'm back on my fitness journey. All of those links will be below. And I was going to say something else. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. That's a given, right? You're subscribed already, right? If you're not, do it. The button's down there, and I'll also have his links right here. But definitely go ahead and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your love and support, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.